Alright. Of course, I would mess that up. Have that chat say that it's. I see. Yeah, that is a clone of that. Okay. How can I clear that without messing that up? Anyway. What's up, everyone? I haven't streamed in so long. I didn't realize OBS, the bitrate is at 2500, so if it looks like it's not gonna look the best, but it doesn't look the worst either. At least it's solidly running up that. Anyway, I just want to clear the chat box behind me real quick. Shoot. What is it? A browser source? Chat. Okay. There we go. It cleared it now. Alright, let's see. Okay. And then it pops up as chat. Cool. Now. Anyway, it's been a while. Today, I'm starting a new project. The idea with this is make sure the music's not too loud. Seems like it might be. Yeah, that's much better. Anyway, wouldn't be a classic stream if I didn't start off with audio issues or some other kind of testing. I haven't streamed in a long time. That's why the bitrate was still at 2500, because I think when I updated to this version of OBS, it wiped all my previous settings. If I even streamed to Twitch since restarting the computer, you know, every now and then you have to restart from scratch, install Windows over everything. At least this time it wasn't with anything Adobe. But yeah, the plan is to be able to do a project every week from start to finish. Day one is today. Even if this stream lasts an hour or less, the idea is this Umbreon right here from my PokePrints. I'm going to 3D print that with two different styles of printing. FDM, where I have this that probably has a lot of moisture in it because that broke super easily. But this is supposed to be like a rock PLA, so let's see. You can kind of see on the label. It has like a texture to it. I printed something else with it. I don't remember where that is. But anyway, the idea is to print the moon with that, and then using resin, and I don't have the resin bottle with me because you can't just be grabbing the resin bottle like that. I need gloves, and I don't really have a proper space to set that on this desk. Maybe next time when I'm working at the desk behind me, I'll have that set up properly. But anyway, with both styles of printing, the idea is to make this Umbreon. Plus, I want to make it a shiny Umbreon. So instead of the rings being yellow, they'll be blue. And I think the eyes are like a gold. I might be wrong on that one. But anyway, let's go ahead and... So, this is what I've been away doing, besides just working. Make sure that goes away. I timed it wrong. Anyway. Here's Orca Slicer with my Creality K1 Max. I plan on printing the moon, but I need to go ahead and open G2 Box 2 because I want to make sure that I should have I should have sorted these files beforehand. Oh my god, so you're not thinking. Alright. Hopefully that combines both folders into one. Oh, come on. So when I downloaded this, there were so many files for the month that it split it into multiple folders and multiple zip folders. And as much as I like pre-supports, I definitely prefer to support everything myself. And the reason I'm gonna start with Umbreon first is the resin printer decides how big the entire print is going to be. The K1 Max has a pretty good size bed, but the limiting factor is definitely the size of the Saturn IV Ultra. Saturn IV Ultra. Damn. My mind's going blank right now. Okay, so I gotta remember the camera faces this way. The one I have set up for that printer. So I'm gonna want to make sure this is laying this way. Actually, let me check that photo again. Okay, hold on. Let's reset it. definitely spin it that way. What's that? 256. 270, right? Is that it? Still think we'd have to rotate it back, somewhat like that. Because I'd rather all that get the proper amount of supports. Alright, now that we kind of know which way this is going to go, let's see how big we can scale it. Is that within? It is. Do we like that? Alright. We definitely have the headroom for it. Or even before that. Let's hollow them out, because that's a lot of resin for it to be that solid. I always enjoy seeing the hollowing process. I mean, honestly, that's going to save a good amount of resin. Though, to cure it, might have to... I don't know how I'm going to cure that one. I mean, it should fit in that, right? Okay, we'll figure that out when we get to that. Let's center it. And what's up, Jonathan? How you doing? Man, trying to make sure I get it done. I had lost mine. There we go. This one combines it. There we go. I had forgotten where I had the chat box. I thought I should be able to make it stay on top. Tap chat. Nope. Okay. But yeah. Hollowed out quite a bit. Looks like it should print no problem, as long as it gets the proper amount of supports from underneath. Let's see. I think because it's a bigger print, medium shouldn't be too bad. Like, it might be overkill in some people's eyes, but I'd much rather know that the print didn't fail. So, how big did we scale this? 200? Alright, now let's go back over to Orca Slicer before we get too ahead of ourselves. Let's make sure. I don't need it multi-materialed. Oh, I guess it just automatically is multi-material set. Oh, I almost dragged that into the wrong program. Anyway, I'll set that to slice. In the meantime, I'll leave that up here. And alright. Put you 2 blocks away for now. Okay, okay, that said moon full. Okay. Alright, I should have understood that from the jump. That, I think, is going to look pretty dope. Check that out. Alright. We said 200. That prints, right? I think there's only one way to really print it, and it's standing up like that. That's not bad at all. 6 hours. So ideally, if I set this up right now, I just gotta switch out filaments. I don't know why I was assuming I could detect moisture in that way. I know I can't. What I need to do is... Alright. Okay. I knew I forgot to set one other thing up. Main scene. iPhone, you say? Yes, iPhone. Slide. Yep. And then hide. Slide. Nope. Right. Yep. There we go. Alright, so that's a 200%. That's a 200%. And honestly, I feel like this is going to turn out pretty good. Umbreon is going to take 9 hours to print because he's huge. About 160 milliliters of resin. I'm using the ABS like 3.0 black resin. I've had it for a while. I bought, I think it was 2 liters back in like February. I thought I was going to be making a lot more progress on my projects, honestly. But you know, life is lifing all the time, including this printer breaking at one point. But thankfully, it is now good to go. Let's see. Alright, that's just showing that, so I can save. Figures. Umbreon. So the reason I chose Umbreon is because with October coming up, feels like spooky season kind of vibe. But at the same time, Umbreon is just one of my favorite dark Pokemon since I think it was Neon Genesis packs. Were they even called that? Or Neo? I can't remember. But he was on one of the covers or one of the packs. And the day I bought Pokemon Crystal version with my dad, or I guess my dad bought it for me, I also was lucky enough to get him to buy me a pack. And I'm pretty sure I got it, and it wasn't like a holographic card or anything, so it wasn't anything too crazy either. But, you know, it was still cool. It was still cool. And I don't have an Umbreon. Like, I have Giratina, because Giratina is my favorite dragon Pokemon. But, yeah, I don't have an Umbreon. Actually, I 3D printed an articulated one when I was first getting into 3D printing. And it came out pretty garbage, and it broke when I was taking it off the plate. But that was all my fault. It was totally user error. So, like, it wasn't anything on the design. I could probably redo it at some point later on now. But this time around, originally I was going to do a Halloween version of this Umbreon, also by My Poke Prince, but I really like this one because the past year and a half I've really been into moon photography, and I'm super curious how it would look with the moon made out of this material, because I've wondered about making just a whole moon, but this version totally works too. Let me see, where's my... Alright, this should slide that in. Yep. And I'm gonna take away that for right now. I'm gonna hit export here, export G code. But before I can do that, what does it say? Oh. Yeah. Anyway, here's what it says. You'll see in a second. Should have had this better time. So, because I could have turned this light on beforehand too. Eliminate this light over here. Look. Alright. Don't judge me too hard. Everything's a mess right now. I just wanted to make sure I actually got around to starting it. You might recognize those legs, that body. This is for a Yuji Itadori project I'm working on. Let me see if it'll focus. There we go. So this is made with that same like rock marble PLA. And this is the Yuji. It's another resin slash FDM project that I'm working on. Here's the resin printer. Before I start that print, I actually need to... No, I have the flash drive for this one. I need to get this flash drive. There we go. Now, check it. This is... Ah, no! I'm over here talking to myself. Oh, why did it not start? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Why did that camera app not start? I'll run in there again so it can actually show up. So this is what I was doing. I want to get this flash drive. So I'll show you where I got it, because it's not fair. I was really hoping this was gonna work the first time. This is the 3D print lab. Of course. Anyway, here's a bunch of projects I'm working on. This is made with the same PLA. This was a closet originally, by the way. For the master bedroom, I changed it into my 3D printing room, because I added ventilation. It also has an airbrush booth now, so I think this turned out pretty cool because it's supposed to be a pillar. Here's the Yuji that's gonna go with that. A Gojo I started, Digimon project, a bunch of other projects, including Kaiju number 8's effects. This is the K1 Max. That's where I had the flash drive. That's the filament dryer. This is the resin printer. Finally got this camera set up with it. Took a while. That's actually when I found out about the printer screen not working, because honestly, I probably took a shortcut at some point and I paid the price for it, but luckily it was within warranty and they were able to cover the screen, which is cool. But you know, live, learn, and learn not to do it again. Alright, so I took this flash drive out because the other one worked. Yo, Torin, what's up, buddy? How have you been? Let me stop that camera. Probably should have done that first. So, I guess this program doesn't run in the background. It does. Huh. I guess you just minimize. Okay, whatever. Hope you've been doing well, Torin. I got to... Ooh, am I saving this in PLA? Yes, I am. Okay, cool. I'm trying to be more organized with how I keep track of my files and everything, including like saving something to folders for the 3D printer, because I started also printing PETG and ABS. The PETG I've had for a long time because I made a fish tank filter for a friend when I had my first printer. There's so many things that I've had to learn since. I think at this point it's like 3 years worth of printing experience. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm guessing it's the storms that went your way earlier. Sorry to hear that, man. Let's see. Also, yesterday I was messing with OBS a lot, and I really wanted to figure out how I could recreate an effect from One Piece. Kind of, at least. It's called Observation Hockey. And I'm not sure what I'll set this alert, or I might set it as an alert. The hurricane, yeah. No, we just really got rain out of that. It's been raining for the last few days, but it hasn't been anything crazy. I know from the last one we did get quite a bit of like storm. Like it was a pretty decent storm. But this is that observation hockey that I'm talking about. I might have overdone it. It might have taken me most of my day yesterday figuring that one out, but having fun with stream again. Not even streaming yet, just producing it. Like that's always been one of my favorite things with streaming. And even if I do it like between an hour, 2 hours or less, as long as I'm working on my projects, I know doing stuff live has always helped me get shit done. Because it was the only way I was getting through games for a while, for a few years ago. Because I was making a schedule for myself, like, all right, cool, I'm gonna get home, pick this up. Yeah, I'm over at Memphis. In Memphis. I don't know why I said at Memphis. Memphis. Alright, so this is what I was doing. This saved over here now. What I really like about both of these programs is it gives you kind of the estimated cost of material. I've found it to be pretty accurate. But this moon is going to take 6 hours, 20 minutes. and it's going to be about $3.75 worth of material. And that's based at the price I've input for like the spool, which is 1 kilogram. Oh, okay. I was like, why did Sailor? And I just saw that you did exclamation mark alert. Most of my stuff is not going to be set up well anymore. But it is what it is. So now that I've got this one too, both flash drives, I can actually take this phone again. And boom, boom, there we go. Ah, shit. I'm over here knocking shit over. Not me knocking over my lens, god damn it. That I might have bent it. At least I knew to tie this down, so it didn't really pull it too hard. Ah, big dummy. I should have known. Anyway, to the lab. And we're gonna have to go back out there because I forgot the other material up there. Which, anyway, we'll go ahead and start this up. We're gonna have to get this other one out. So I should be able to. Look, at some point, I'll make this office look entirely nice, and the lab. But, oh my god. This is me just breaking shit. Alright, let's see. What'd I come out here for? Oh my god. I came out here for something. I don't want to go in there and just remember. I needed the plastic. Oh my god. The filament. Anyway, I hope y'all have been having a good day. Clearly, I'm gonna get better at this again. I promise. I hope. I'd love to. I don't know. Like I mentioned earlier, life be lifing. But in that time, I've been doing a lot of 3D printing stuff. Learned a lot. Have a lot of printers that are just kind of sitting there, sadly. I hope to at some point get them all back up and running. It'd be great. One isn't completely my fault. It's honestly just a difficult printer to manage, especially with the experience I had at the time. I just wasn't prepared for that. There was some difficulty with the Elgato Neptune 4 Max when it came out last year. It was around this time, actually. I got a few good prints out of it, and then I just kept struggling because of the firmware issues that there had been. I don't know. Just, I know a lot of people felt like it was rushed, and I think by the time I kind of stopped using it, in the earlier part of this year. I did too. Especially once I had this other helmet size or helmet class sized printer. I think once I had that, I didn't really look too much into using that one again. But like I said, at some point I'd love to get that one back up and running. Alright, let's see. This filament should be all the way out. My only real concern with this specific filament is that I've noticed it has the tendency to be really, really soft for some reason. At first I thought it was maybe too much moisture. Like, see, that broke really easily, and normally filament doesn't break like that unless it has a lot of moisture. But even drying this filament out still, like, gives me that issue. I don't understand why. But that other print came out fine. We'll see how this one turns out. And this is the part that I almost always forget, to lock in the filament or tighten up that gear, because if not, the nozzle just heats up and nothing actually gets pushed out. I don't always use glue, but lately I have noticed a huge improvement with my print quality. So it should take about 6 minutes for this. Actually, probably best to power cycle it. At some point I'll design this whole room better, but at least I have this on its own, like, small table with like 2-3 inch feet, something like that, probably somewhere in between. Those feet help keep the printer from shaking way too much. It also has the rubber feet that printer came with. And we're just waiting on it to start up. But these are all filament that I've had for a long time. I still have some clear, and I think I got that over 2 years ago. This is the other PET G from when I got the filament for that aquarium. I know I got this with my first printer. This one's from earlier this year. Wait, which one is this? Is it just PLA? Yeah. From earlier this year. The rest of this black is from, I don't know. Here's more PET G. Got some white filament, some matte brown, a bit more white. This light blue that's kind of like stone texture also. These small hold ones got from my sister for a printer she actually got through her school. I think there were some old ones. I forget the model of that printer. Is it Polymaker? It might have been. But it's like the educational ones, and so that's another one that I just kind of have sitting there that I haven't gotten around to making. Alright. 380 minutes. We'll come check on this in a while. See how it started up. You know, I probably could have framed myself better. Probably should have been checking it. This one's gonna be trickier because I'm gonna want to get in close. That's fine, that's fine. So for this one, I do actually have to get some gloves on. Just because I'm sure I've touched parts of the like enclosure with resin on gloves, but there's no point in taking the risk because over time resin will seep into your body, and even with the proper gloves sometimes it feels tingly. So I never use the same pair for too long. But there's a few things to do jumping into this. Let's see. Ooh, did not think of that one when I was airbrushing. Well, So this is normally the spatula I use. As you can see, there's some like splotching. There we go, that's way better. You can actually see the printer. The camera on, it is. Cool. So once that starts working, we should be fine. This is the bottle of resin I was talking about. So the ABS like 3.0 from Algu. Gotta make sure to shake it up. We have to add a decent amount, but it honestly doesn't look too bad because actually, how would it look if I set this up back here? Alright, at least I hope you can see me. Where'd I put the paper towels? Up here. So hopefully this paper towel, some alcohol, should be enough to get most of this off of the spatula. The reason I use this style spatula, which is like a rubber, or I guess it's silicone, right? Yeah, I think that's what it is because I don't have to worry about it damaging the material where the resin solidifies between the plate and the screen. I do wish more of that paint came off, but it is what it is. It's that kind of day, right? It's kind of day where we just get shit done. Or at least try. Alright, that's turning on. We're gonna have to lift the plate up. Looks like I wiped the plate fine last time, which is good. But I just want to make sure. Let's see. No, not trying to set zero. Move that up by 10. The reason I'm doing that is so I can come in, make sure there's nothing against the FEP. The FEP is just a film that allows the UV through to the resin to cure, but it's also flexible enough that it's able to kind of like pull away. What was that? I felt like something bumped. Anyway, the resin also has to be mixed, which is why I shook the bottle. And now I'm letting it sit while I'm doing the mixing over here, because the resin like is made up of different materials, right? And so over time it separates, but while it's in the printer, the plate is dipping in and out, and then eventually the model is dipping in and out. So that isn't exactly a problem while the printer's running. It's more so when it's not. Because as long as it's in an enclosure like this, it prevents dust from getting to the printer. That's my main concern. My HVAC system was very poorly done apparently, and promotes dust. So that's why this is also in the enclosure, besides it keeping all the resin fumes inside, of course. Alright. This is the bottle here. And this one is its own kind of tricky, because once it starts, you don't really know whether or not it's working until you can see the model kind of dipping out. Especially when you fill it up. Feels like I might have done a bit too much, but I think it'll be fine. Make sure the plate is tight. Print. USB. ABS-like. Figures. Umbreon. Umbreon Moon. Here we go. Hopefully this goes well. Actually, oh, we gotta stop it. We gotta stop it, you know why? Because I hollowed the model, but I didn't make any holes. And I don't think it had any holes in the design. I'm so glad I realized that. I did stop it, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. So the reason the holes are important is because when you hollow it, it can create suction between dipping in and out of the resin, and those air bubbles can and will stop the print. I had it happen before, and I have a feeling that might have contributed to the last time the printer failed. Because now I remember I was just checking out how the supports looked before I was gonna go back. I had already hollowed it. Let's see, how big are the holes gonna be? Nah, they can be big. I was trying to be just careful with like how I was gonna touch the mouse, but it's best just to do it right. Let's see. Alright, cool. So I can add a hole here. It might actually just be best to go all the way through. Let's see. A 5. There we go. So that'll definitely let out a good amount of resin. Ooh, there we go. I was leaving y'all out, my bad. Guess that is gonna be the tricky part, huh? Unless I get it all to go down towards one leg. Damn. Unless I do the holes all behind the paws. Like that. Because the models would be something like this, right? Yeah, I think behind the foot might not be a bad idea. If we can see, what is this like? I think we're gonna be fine. I think we're gonna be fine. Because every part of the foot is gonna be touching, from what I remember. Alright, so now we should be fine. Ish. Let's hope. So now we can go ahead and add supports. Now we can slice. I think it's been a while since I've printed something that big. Alright, we can save that now. 9 hours, 38 minutes. So that can replace this other one. It's right in the file. I am just glad that I caught that one I did. The cool thing with Orca Slicer, in the meantime, is yes, we already set that up, but I like that this one, printing stopped. Why did the printing stop? Or, hold on. Something up with the printer? Alright, while that's saving, let's go check this out. Interesting. I've never had an issue with this part of Creality. There we go. So this is what I wanted y'all to see. Oh, does it treat it as a different window? It does. I didn't know that. Holy shit. Okay. Huh. No. Huh. That's interesting. Why can't I show y'all this? It's like, this is a big part of what I wanted to show. How would I get it to show that? I'll just do a How do I get that to show up properly? Not video. Display? Nope. The other one. There we go. This is all I wanted to show y'all. The print running. Let me... Alright. Transform. Reset. And then paste filters. Go down, go down. There we go. Now it's behind me at least, right? Anyway, you can see the printer running. That's all I wanted to show. Looks like it's starting off fine. 6 hours, 8 minutes left. Sometimes it finishes early, which is cool. But let's get this Umbreon started, because we'll find out in a while whether or not it's working. I need to figure out a solution for that cable on the floor so I don't trip over it and I don't damage it. Alright. So I just realized I probably didn't switch back to showing in the 3D print room. My bad. It's because I added the display capture, not filters, properties. I want to make sure it turns off when I'm not using it. iPhone. Why did it just pop in? Why didn't? Okay, whatever. Anyway, we're in here now. We're gonna start this. Alright, figures. This Umbreon. It should be the new updated copy. Everything checked out fine. Everything should be good to go. Now that it's printing, I'm gonna leave this running. So, this said it was gonna be like 9 hours. So it should be done right before I leave for work tomorrow. So in the morning, both pieces should be done. I'll have time lapses for both, hopefully, if everything runs correctly. We'll just check back in the morning. For now, that's pretty much everything I could do. Tomorrow, we'll start curing. I'm gonna have to get used to. Alright. So Umbreon's printing over here while we've got this is why I needed to set it to anyway. This one's over here running. There we go. This one will be done 6 hours, 5 minutes. The other one in 9. Both should be done early in the morning. We should be able to wash Umbreon in the morning. I'll check again tonight. If for any reason I need to restart it, I'll restart it. Yeah, that's it for tonight. think we went a little over an hour, longer than I was expecting. Yeah. Well, actually live for 59 minutes. And I feel like we've made decent progress. We at least got both started. Should be able to wash tomorrow, cure, well, let it dry overnight. Tuesday, we should be able to cure. That might be a little bit of a hassle because it's a bigger item, but nonetheless should be doable. I'm trying to think what else. I don't think we're gonna have to do much to the moon part, which is gonna be great. Honestly, it's looking like the texture on that might end up looking really, really nice. So I'm excited to see that. And we'll see from tomorrow what else we need to do. I think we could probably sand Tuesday also. And maybe Wednesday paint. I know what we could do tomorrow and Tuesday. I gotta clean my airbrush out again because I left painting it again. I meant to go back and finish something and I didn't. So I gotta clean it again. Right now it's just sitting there with airbrush cleaner. So hopefully it helps that paint dissolve for tomorrow. So the plan for tomorrow is wash and let Umbreon dry. Clean up any surface marks or anything that needs to be done with the moon. And clean the airbrush, prep it for... Hopefully we don't have to do too much sanding. We'll see. Yeah, I can't think of anything else, but hope y'all enjoyed the stream. It was nice streaming again. Hope to see y'all tomorrow, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Maybe an hour, maybe a little more. We'll see what we get around to. Maybe I'll show y'all what I've got going on behind me with the desk over there, and we get to see some more of my old stream stuff I had set up before and the new stuff like this. Ooh, I did not place that in the right... Ah! Dang. Well, is what it is. Y'all have a good night. Bye.